All right, for all my MacBook, I said I would give you an alternative, and I have been troubleshooting since the morning and trying to work with VirtualBox, which you might see on the right-hand corner over here. Didn't work. It can't emulate the Intel processors that I need because of the system being a Apple Silicon based CPU. So that's been a little bit of a headache. So I'm downloading this guy here, UTM. So it's done downloading. The website's here. I will include the website in this edit to the post about how to set up the virtual machine because you will need to be doing this, right? Setting this up, installing the server. The rest you should be able to follow other than, setting up initially, which is what this video is for. So let me go there. Just let me open it, run through all the changes, drag it into applications to install. I don't recall if it needs my password or not, but I'm going to find out. And this is VirtualBox, which I don't need anymore. It's gone. Don't tell me that was the fastest install I've ever seen. Let's find out. Let me go to Finder here. Oh, there it is. Okay, cool. So that's a quick install. So let me launch it. So open. Wow. Okay. So far, literally so good. So once you install it, you get to this point. This will count as setting up VirtualBox. Just it'll be UTM. Submit this right here so far as a screenshot. And that's that part of the lab is done. Points for that. So to create the server, creating a virtual machine, and we're going to probably want to do this. Emulate. And why? Well, it's Apple Silicon. It doesn't have the same architecture as an Intel chip or AMD chip. So we're going to emulate. It's okay. It's a little slow. I'm gonna click Windows. I'm just seeing if it'll work. Yeah, this is the one we want right here. Memory is fine. CPU cores. I'm going to do two because I have 16 on this. For memory, I would do 2 gigs. You don't want to do that much. Let me see what F25 does. Okay. I want to see the hard drive space if it doesn't. No, okay. Guess not. So let me hit continue. You can copy those settings I have. That's fine. And we want an ISO. So that's what we want. Yeah, we will want that checked off as well. So let me browse. Where are my downloads? Sorry, guys, a little brain party today. Uh, Users, me. I still remember how to path things, so it's downloads, and there it is. I downloaded the server a bit. See, it says there at noon. It's already one. Downloaded 20 minutes ago, so let me open. Let me see if this works. I'm just curious, okay? So continue, and if this, okay, so here's what I want the size to be. I'll do 42 gigs this time around. Nah, I'm not gonna worry about that. Doesn't have to be read only. Windows, open. No. So it's gonna give it 2 gigs of RAM. It's 2 cores, it's 42 gig space. So yeah, this looks normal so far. Save it. So it's spooling up. Sorry, something got delivered that wasn't important. Because it's not spooling up. So let me spool it up. And if it launches and it goes through what it needs to do, I will save this video. Okay, so that looks good so far. I will press any key. I have no idea what it says right here. Escape. Sorry, guys, I'm suffering through you with this, okay? Shell. I don't want shell. Dang nabbit. Okay. That didn't work, I guess. That's fine. Let me try it again. Guys, I gotta get this figured out for you guys, okay? So just bear with me when we do this, or I do this. I pressed any key. Okay, you gotta hit the space bar. Sorry. Guess I didn't hit it fast enough. See if it goes through. It's a learning experience, okay, for all of us, including myself. I'm just trying to get this again going for you guys so you guys can do the labs. Without it, you're kind of dead in the water, right? Maximize this thing. Yeah, it's loading, so that's perfect so far. I don't want to, put my cart before the horse, as they say, or count my eggs before they hatch kind of deal, but that's the loading symbol for the image when it usually it's not the blue thing, the thing on the bottom. So let's see what happens. Maybe it's calling me a liar. I don't know. How do you even exit full screen? Okay, cool. Windows splash. That looked normal. Okay, cool. Looks like it's gonna work. So I will also save this as part of the video where we set up the server so you can use this for that as well. Once it's set up and running, you can leave it full screen. It's fine while I have it, or you can do it in windowed mode. But I know it's running, right? Because it'll show me the server. You also need to rename the server. That's part of it as well. So do that too. And submit that also the screenshot, including the initial server login. So the name before, I'll show you how to get there. Just since it's emulating, guys, this is going to take a bit. I might pause it. Actually, I will pause it. So I'll come back once it's at the next screen. Okay. See, it's working. It's the hourglass. So let me pause this guy and I'll come back when it's there. Okay. Well, awesome. Looks like it's gonna work so far. So you're gonna let it load, go have a drink, make some coffee. I prefer iced coffee in the afternoons. A sandwich even, dare I say, and have a snack. So we're at the screen so far. It's the beginning looks okay. So I'm gonna go next. Which it didn't click. I guess when you don't click outside, when you click outside originally, it just doesn't work the way you want it to. I clicked next, so it should be moving on. Yeah, so it's praising it. So when you get to the screen, you have a couple options. You don't want this one because that'll just set up the command version of it where you do commands in the command group. You saw what I was talking about when we did the labs on Thursday. If you were there, that's what you don't want because you don't have what's called a graphic user interface, which is what you use to click, point, and all the stuff like you do on a Mac. For example, you click Finder, you click the Apple Store or App Store rather, not Apple Store anymore, things like that. So you want that to work. So that's what you want this one. See, this option is useful when a GUI, which is stands for graphic user interface, which will let you click and do things, right? So that's what we want. So we're gonna hit next. And it takes a bit because again, you're emulating, which you're essentially running software versions of the hardware it needs. So just give it some time. I might up the RAM to be honest with you guys to 4 gigs, but I think 2 cores and 2 gigs should be enough. It's just going to be slow. So I do apologize for that. Hey, it's my first time doing it on UTM as well. So, bear with me and we'll fine tune it if we need to. If you can allocate more than 2 gigs, if you have more than 8 gigs on your Mac, go for it and try it out and let me know how it works. And then I can adjust accordingly and we can go from there. But once it goes through, you get to this screen after. That's fine. I wouldn't worry about it. Oh God, we are going to worry about it. Okay, I have to figure out why it's doing that. Give me a second here. So we got part of the way there. So it's just gonna be stuck in a boot loop. I don't know. It's acting rather like it's unsupervised. So let me pause the video and give me a second. I know, I get to struggle. So you guys don't have to. So give me a second. Yeah. Work. Okay. Let me stop this. Wait. Okay. All right, guys. Looks like I got it to work. So I apologize for the first half of the video not working. So now to get this to work, we're going to go to create new virtual machine. We're going to emulate, but I'm going to do other. So don't pick Windows. Lesson learned, right? Other. Now I'm going to do Intel. This is the one I want because we need x86 architecture. That's the one we're going to use. This time I am going to give it 4 gigs of RAM, but still, and this time I'll even give it 4 cores. I have 16 cores. It's not going to matter. Make sure you can adjust this accordingly to your machine. So some of you may only have 8 gigs, do 2 gigs. Or if you can spare it, try 4. But if you only have like a quad core M chip, only do 2 cores. Don't do more than half of your chips because, or cores, because that will make your Mac sluggish and you don't want that, obviously, right? So let's hit continue. So it's going to boot from there, right? We don't need UEFI. Don't worry about that. But we want to find the image that we downloaded, which is here. So you have been downloading stuff today to make this, get this going for you guys. So it's going to be open, continue. That's fine. I'll do 40, see if it makes a difference. Because it doesn't need that much. You know what? 42, so it has a little bit of legroom. Continue. Don't worry about that. Hit continue again. Then I'm not going to even change settings. So I'm hit save. And then start it up. I guess maybe because I was trying to launch it under Windows, it was just being weird. So it's going to boot to where it needs to go. And this is normal. You will see this. Again, guys, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to get it figured out just like you guys are. But I tested it before I started recording again and it got a lot further. So I'm going to go full screen. So this is what it's going to look like once loading Windows or the server. If need be, I will redo this for the Windows 11 version for week 2, but I think that might go under Windows. So I'll do some testing during the week. Try to think what day I'll have some time, maybe Wednesday or even Friday, but it'll get done. Don't worry, I'm not gonna leave you Mac folk hanging. It's just, gotta be fair, right? Everybody's gotta have an equal opportunity to try and pass the class, right? So that's why I'm trying to get this to work on Mac. So it went further, it didn't let me pick anything yet, but it will come up to the screen and says install, which is good. That gets us past the initial loading screen. So this is where we want to go, or get to rather. Hit next, and you're gonna hit install now. Well, you're not really installing it anywhere, right? So the setup is starting, that worked out fine. Then it let me pick, I believe, after this. So just bear with me and we'll get there. Guess giving it more RAM and more cores kind of helped out. It is a server, right? It's a special case kind of thing. It's going to be used to allocate resources and do things with other machines, air quotes, the virtual machine. So there is a component, I believe, in lab either 2 or 3 where I have you guys remote from Windows into the server. For you Mac folk, you'll do it from the virtual version of Windows, okay? So don't worry about remoting from your Mac to Windows. I don't cover that in here. That's covered in CTIS-17. So if you want to see how that works, take it in spring with me if you're curious. And we can go from there. So enough of me doing that selfless, shameless plug-in there for the spring class for fun times. So I might just pause it because it's taking a bit. So I'll come back to this in a minute, guys.
They're being the puppies.
Well, hope she doesn't interrupt me recording because it's gonna be pretty annoying.
She's gonna come and she's kitchen chicken no sé qué más.
Huh?
She used to come and cook a bunch of dishes. She's letting know. Yeah, that was el pollo.
All right, guys. So it loaded. So far, so good. This is where we got originally. I know it crashed. So apologies if you hear music. It's my brother-in-law. Ignore it. So you want to select this one, like I stated prior, because it's GUI. You want to be able to click and do things, right? So we're gonna hit next. And hopefully it doesn't take forever again, but it just chugs along because you're emulating. I get it. It's gonna be slow. It's not gonna be fast. So cool. This is where we didn't get to before. That's what we needed to get to. You accept. Yeah, sure. I accept whatever. So I'm gonna do custom. Don't worry, upgrade. There's nothing to upgrade, so custom. So there's the unallocated space. Perfect. 42 gigs. New. Apply. It'll reserve 500 megabytes for system files you can't really access. It takes a minute, but it'll get there. Cool. So I'm gonna hit next. And so copy the files over. So this will just run through the tasks. It'll copy, then it'll get files ready for install. The copying part, the copying Windows part here, I'm doing air quotes because it's just moving things from one place to another. Shouldn't take too long, but yeah, see, just went to 100. It went flew because it's on the same disk. So it shouldn't take that long. Thinking about pausing it and just coming back when it's done, but I kind of want you guys to watch this. So I will just let it run for now. And if it takes longer than 5 minutes, sorry, my eyeball gets itchy sometimes. If it takes longer than 5 minutes, I will pause it and go from there. So just bear with me and watch my beautiful face, I guess, floating around your screen. I just hope you guys are having a fantastic day. And hopefully this class hasn't been too rough. I know it started off a little bit rocky because, everyone uses Windows, and I totally understand. It is what it is. That's why I'm trying to get this figured out for you guys so we can keep working together as a class and succeed. That's the whole point. So, look, it's going to take a bit, guys. I'm going to pause it and come back when it's ready to rock and roll.
I bid her at 21.7, so that's how proxy bid work.
Well, guys, I love being proven wrong. Looks like getting the file ready part here is going to take a bit. It's slowly unpacking everything. 25%. We'll move to 6%. You see? So I guess just let it run. Go make a sandwich, have a drink, go do something else for maybe 30 minutes, I'd argue, and then come back to it. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to pause this, turn off my video for now, and you all are free to just let it run as well. So I'll see you when it's done. All right, guys. So, okay, video back on. Apologies for hearing background noise. I watching a car video on YouTube. Also a gearhead, so apologize if that annoys you. I don't mean to. Didn't realize I was recording sometimes. Um, and you might hear me grumble because I'm just trying to get stuff figured out. So it's installing updates. It finished doing all that. It'll do finishing up in a bit. After that, it should load. So, that being said, we're almost there to the part where it boots, and you guys should be able to use it for the rest of the class. So we're getting there, little by little. I know, guys, I apologize in the beginning. It looked like it was going to work and it didn't, which stinks because, I guess I picked the wrong thing. You think it'd treat server like Windows, which it doesn't. That's why it was asking for licensing, which makes sense in the back end of things. But at least I've gotten further than when I was trying to test this with VirtualBox originally, and VirtualBox just wouldn't work with it because it can't emulate the x86 architecture of an Intel chip, which is why it wouldn't boot, which is why you will probably never see that video because I didn't save it. So slowly but surely, we are getting there. So I will pause it again and bring you back in a bit. Look at that. Right as I stop, it's going to restart. So this is normal. Just hit restart. It's okay. Nothing hurts or it will break. And it might try to boot again from CD. I might have to figure out if we need to turn that off or not. So that's pretty common. Let me see in the settings over here. Yeah, I don't want that. Just leave it alone. I'll see if it goes through. If it does, cool. Then I'll figure out how to stop it from doing that. I was just trying to boot from there. I'm not sure. Might be because it's no, I don't know. Is it pointing to the image? I'll have to check the boot order in a minute. If it goes to the screen to install it again, then I know I went to the wrong screen and I'll have to figure out how to change the boot order in the virtual machine, which I will do again right now, I guess air quotes live in this video because technically it's troubleshooting, right? So that's something you'll need to adjust as well. But we'll get there, guys. We are getting there little by little. So it's further than it did in VirtualBox where it wouldn't even launch. So, I'm hopeful. Hopeful and thankful so far. So we'll see what happens. Let me see here. Because I'm curious myself. Let me see the order. Before it's even there, right? The anticipation's killing me. And my mouse just does not want to mouse. There we go. Drag and to move. What's all this? Oh, this is all just built-in Zoom stuff. I don't want that. Bloody hell. Sorry. I never use this full screen, so let me. Someone honked. Not important. How do you get out of the screen here? Command, no, control, no. I'm not a Mac person, guys. Bear with me. I know, laugh at me for pulling up smileys. It's fine. Lord Almighty. There we go. Edit, window, virtual machine. Yes, I know. Let me shrink it. Okay, there we go. So that can run. Let me see this. I can't do anything about that right now, but I will have to change the way. Oh, see, yeah. Okay. That might be the problem. Let's see what it does though. Or maybe it's gonna start up for the first time. I don't know. Anticipation's killing me, guys. What's all this up here? Let me see. That's the folder to view. Yeah, it's just where you saved it or load from. Yeah, getting cool. So no, this is perfect then. I guess it's working. It's getting devices ready. But did it say that when I was installing originally? No, no, it didn't. So it was loading it. Or it didn't say anything. So this might be the first time it's actually going to spin up appropriately. So that would be good. Where you can create your username and go from there. Reach my phone here, guys. Sorry, it's a text message. Let me send the picture of this to my wife because she's probably gonna believe me I'm working. Yep. So far, so good. This is normal, guys. So looks like UTM is the way to go. Wonder how it's going to handle Windows 11, or rather 10, when we have to create the virtual machine during week 2. So it'll be a little different for you Mac users, but it'll be similar in a sense of creating a server minus selecting other, you're going to select Windows. So you will need to do that during class, and I will do my best to help you. I'll have to bust up my Mac here. I have I'm using in front of me, which is separate, obviously, from my PC. They're not two one and the same. They're different animals. So I like to see them. So it's getting ready. That's normal. Just let it run. I will be dilly-dallying. Guess not. Guess I won't be dilly-dallying. It looks like it's going. No, I don't want to boot from CD. I'm just gonna let it run. Yeah, that's fine. I might restart one more time, but it shouldn't say getting ready anymore. Yeah, it looks like the screen resized appropriately too. I wonder if there's a way to change it in boot order. Something I'll have to look into so we can stop trying to boot from CD all the time. Because what might wind up happening is you might hit the space bar or something by accident, and then you boot into it, then you wipe your machine, and you're like, ah, crap. Then I gotta redo this, and you don't want to do that, right? So life happens. I get it. Where are we at? Come on, blue screen. The good air quotes blue screen. Sorry. Hear noise behind me. I'm working out of the dining room and the windows are open, so it's kind of windy. Okay, cool. So that's perfect. This is where we want to be. So here you're at the screen where you need to create your password. Use whatever password you want to use. I don't need to know it. It's for you to know. But keep in mind, it's something you have to remember. Isn't if you forget it, I can't help you. You'd have to spin up a machine again and redo it. So I'm gonna put my super secret password in here. Don't worry, I'm not gonna even, whoops, I'm not even gonna click show on this because I don't want you to see it. That's how super secret it is. So yeah, that's so far looks good. Normal. Cool. Awesome. How do you even send a control delete though, I wonder? That's something I'll have to figure out. How do you even do a control delete on this thing? I'm not even sure. Ugh, bloody bars in my way. Let me figure it out. Let me Google this. I actually didn't think about this. Let me see. UTM. Mhm. Control options delete. Okay, control options delete. Well, I didn't get where I need to go. To release mouse cursor, that's fine. Oh God. Cool, I broke something. That's wonderful. Hold on. No USB detected. I mean, I'm kind of where I want to go. Mouse capture, release mouse cursor, control option at the same time. That's fine. Okay, that's released. How do I? Sorry, guys, I gotta get this figured out, but we're kind of where we want to be. Just can't figure out how to send the control delete window. You edit file open help. Help might be the one thing I need for this bloody thing, but it's okay. Let me see. Control. Okay, someone else had this issue. Let's find out. Hmm. I know I'm Googling. Give me a minute, guys. I need to figure this out. Key, insert host key. Function control option delete? Yeah, I don't know. Function control option delete. Function control option delete. No, that didn't work. Oh, hey, maybe it did. I did function control option delete. Yeah, hey, okay. We're in. So send me a screenshot of this running or logging you in like this. You can do this. So see, that means you did it. You installed it, you installed the server. The first time you run it, it does this. That's second part of Unit 1's lab for the server. The other part is changing the name, which we're going to do right now, which I'll show you, which is pretty straightforward on a Windows machine. And yes, you'll see me fly through it because I'm used to doing it. So when you first launch it, this is normal. Well, it does that. I want to see if I can do this. What if I hit clear? So it's not going to try to boot to the image next time. I hope it doesn't break anything. We're going to find out though. We're going to find out together. Sorry, guys. I know this has been kind of rough around the edges, and it's my first time doing it on a Mac, so bear with me. We'll get there. So, okay, that looks normal. This is completely normal when you launch server. That's how it looks. Does it come up with your server launch bay is what I call it, where you have all your doodads and options, which is fine. You use that a lot to enable and disable things. So we'll get to that. We'll work on that more. It's a server manager. I like to call it the launch window per server because it's all there. Yeah, that's fine. Someone's home. Give me a second, guys. I gotta pause. Okay, guys, let me start to share again. Sorry, my mother-in-law just got home, so she was making a ton of racket. If you heard some of that, I apologize, but I don't have a dedicated workspace for the. Where the hell is my share? There it is. I don't have a dedicated workspace when it comes to using a resume. There it is. Sorry for this, but this will be the easy part. So once server starts up, sorry, I was messing with it. This is normal. Don't worry, it's not going to break if you close it. So we close it. So you can kind of treat it like a regular Windows machine for right now. So you're going to go into this file explorer bar here, and it should pop up momentarily. There we go. So this is the last part of the lab. You're going to right click here, go to properties, and you're going to change the name of this thing. So it's going to say desktop whatever or WinBugum, whatever that means. And it change. So change, you're going to send me a screenshot of this before, and I'm going to call it just server fall. Okay, it's going to restart, and on the restart, I want to see if it tries to boot also from the air quotes CD drive that we used earlier. If not, because I took it off, right? So let's restart and see what it does. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. This is normal. It goes through all the shutdown sequences, tells you what shutting down as it goes through a server. It's just telling you each service in order as it's turning them off. This is normal, don't worry. Don't freak out. This is common for servers. The reason we're using 2016 is because it's free and it's ancient and it's light on most machines, just on Macs again. It's a little bit harder to run because you don't use x86 architecture anymore. They moved away from Intel. Was it 2020-ish? 21? I don't recall when. It's somewhere around that time frame because Intel chips weren't doing so great and they were running hot. So they said, nah, we're gonna make our own. So yeah, see, there it goes. So it's booting right into the air quotes hard drive of it, which is what we want. So right now we're gonna do a function, control, option, command, delete. It's like 5 keys, I know. Maybe I'm clicking too many, I don't know, but hey, it worked. So I'm gonna stick to it. Then we're gonna log in, let the server menu launch, close it, go back into File Explorer, go to this PC, right-click Properties, you show me the new name as a screenshot, and that's it. That's the end of Unit 1. You guys made it, so I'll do it with you. Oh, yeah, that's fine. Function, command, control. Go away, you. Go away, you. I don't want you. Sorry, just it's kind of annoying. Oh, come on. I got it to work earlier. Let me control option it out. What in the world? Oh, my mouse is stuck. That's lovely. What in the world did we just do? Well, that's frustrating as all hell, isn't it? Press control option. Okay. Function, no. Oh, it looks like it's function command to get back into it, which works for me. I'm so sorry this thing's in the way. Lord, I hate this. Sit share. No, I can't even get out of this stupid window. That's freaking annoying. Let me turn off my mouse. Okay, it's off. Let me type in my password in the background. Oh, okay, now I can't even get to where I want to get to. This is why I don't like Macs, guys. Not my cup of tea. Yeah, laugh at me, that's perfectly fine. Let me see if I can. Now it's working in the background. Okay, that's fine. Damn it. Great. This is okay. That's fine. Got it to work. I just had to click OK on my bar. So let's log in. So that'll go. Sorry about that, guys. Just eat my cup of tea here. Yes, you can laugh at me. That's okay. So I'm gonna speed run this real quick because I need to use the dining room to eat. So I apologize if this is getting too fast. So I'm gonna go in here. If it decides to go in there, okay. Cool. Right click, properties, and I called it false server, remember? So it should take it. Ta-da! That's it. Screenshot this, send it to me. That's the end of Unit 1. So guys, we're done, and that's it. Take it easy. Of course, my mouse is stuck, right? Let me shut it down. Come on, darling, shut down already. There, unfreeze my mouse. So let me do this. Return back to meeting. Meeting.